Hey there, this is KT Bradford from Laptop Magazine, and today we're taking a look at the Augen 7-inch Android tablet that everyone is going crazy for because it's $150 at Kmart. It's one of the very few tablets, commercial tablets, that you can actually look at in a store, and so everybody is very excited. They're all happy that there's a $150 tablet on the market. Even before this arrived in our offices, I predicted that it would not be the tablet that everyone is looking for, and it seems like I'm right. As you can see, this tablet is, it's not terrible looking, but it's also not the best looking thing I've ever seen. But its problems are myriad, ranging from the way that it's designed to the way that it works, and even the Android version that it's running on. Let's take a look at just how disappointing this tablet is. So let's take a look at the outside of the tablet. As you can see, it has this 7-inch screen here, and what you won't be able to see on the video, but which is apparent to us here in the office, is that the screen here, it's resistive, and there is like an actual discernible space between the top layer here and the actual display underneath, which is how resistive works, but generally it's not quite this obvious or essentially, they've put all the essential buttons for Android on the back of the device, and you have to look very closely in order to tell which is which, because it's etched on these very small buttons. Now, granted, it's vaguely convenient, because if you're holding it like this, if you know where the buttons are, you can push them, but it's just so different from other Android devices. Because, as you'll see, this swirling background is animated, that means that it is running Android 2.1, which is nice because a lot of tablets are behind, and even the Dell Streak is only running Android 1.6. But because of the screen, as you can see, there's a bit of a delay, and it's not always as responsive as we'd like. But here's the thing that's very interesting about it. It has the Android market. It also has some of the other, let's retry there. It also has some of the other apps that we only expect to find on phones and not on tablets. We're not exactly sure what's up with this yet. We've tried installing apps from the Android market, but they try to download and they can't. Apparently there's going to be a fix that's going to be pushed to these devices for that, but right now we can't load any other apps on here. What's interesting is that it does come with an actual nice suite of apps. There's YouTube, Skype Beta is on here, an ebook reader, PDF viewer, Documents to Go, and the full version key for unlocking it, a quick office, and a streaming media player. There's some pretty interesting apps on here, so there's that, and that's nice. But in our short time that we've had with it, it just doesn't really flow well, and typing on it, because of the resistive screen, and because this particular resistive screen is not very good, it's not a pleasant typing experience. So we have to push the letters a bit too hard. It doesn't always register our taps. So this tablet comes with a little case, which actually is kind of cute. So you can carry it around and protect your resistive touchscreen and your plastic device. I don't mean to be completely down on this device because, we haven't had a lot of time to try it out yet, but my first impression is that it's just not great. It reminds me a little bit of my experience with the Kmart web station, where the idea was there, but the actual execution of the idea, because of the processor, because of the way that Android interacted with whatever was going on inside the tablet, and also the resistive screen, just didn't give me an experience with Android that I wanted to do over and over again. So we're going to do a full review of this as soon as we can, and we'll let you know whether or not the Augen 7-inch Android tablet is worth your $150 at a very few Kmarts around the country. This is KT Bradford with Laptop Magazine.